Hey everyone, welcome back. Are you ready to unlock some serious Excel superpowers today?
I think everyone's always ready for that.
Right. Because, let's be honest, who doesn't want to become like an Excel wizard?
Yeah.
And I think today we're going to dive into something that is maybe a little bit less known,
Yeah.
but is such a time saver.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that once you learn it, you're never going back.
Absolutely.
So today we're talking all about the magic of Criddle plus E.
Ooh, flash fill.
Yes, flash fill.
One of my favorites.
It's so good. And we've got a snippet here that kind of goes into all the ins and outs of Criddle plus E. And I'm excited to kind of dig into this with you.
Yeah, me too.
So when you think about Criddle plus E,
Mm.
what's the first thing that comes to mind for you?
I think about all of the time that it saves me. Just in terms
Yeah.
of getting things done quickly.
Right. Like some of those tedious tasks that we all have to do in Excel. Like how many times have you had a column of full names
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're like, oh gosh, I got to split these out into first name and last name.
Right. And it's like, before you knew about flash fill, it's like, I got to do text to columns or like write some complicated formula.
Yeah.
But now it's just like magic.
Seriously. Like I was playing around with it this morning, getting ready for this, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it can even do stuff with dates
Oh, yeah, for sure.
and numbers. Like it's not just for names.
Yeah. It can do like formatting changes and, extracting specific pieces of information. Like maybe you just want the area code from a phone number or something. It's
Wow.
really, really versatile.
It is. And so for someone who's maybe listening to this and they're thinking, okay, I use Excel, but I kind of do things the way I've always done them.
Hmm.
What would you say is like the biggest thing that they would unlock by learning this?
I think it's the power of automation. Like
Yeah.
Excel can do so much of the work for you if you let it.
Right.
And FlashFill is a perfect example of that.
Okay, so you're basically saying it's like having that personal assistant
Exactly.
in Excel.
It sees what you're trying to do and it just finishes the job for you.
Love that. So, okay, let's say they're convinced now. They want to try it out. How would you walk them through actually using Santaco Plus E?
Yeah.
Like, what's the process?
So let's say you have that column of names, right? So you have like Jane Doe in one cell.
Okay.
And you want just the first name Jane. So in the cell below it, you would just type Jane.
Got it.
And then you hit Center Call plus E, and Excel is going to see, okay, you took the first part of that first cell,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to assume that you want to do that for the rest of the cells in that column, and it'll just, boom, fill it all in for you.
It's almost scary how well it works.
Yeah, it feels like magic.
It does. It does. But I'm wondering, is there anything that it can't do? Like, are there times when flash fill is not going to be the right tool?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not like a magic bullet for every single Excel problem. It really works best when there's a clear pattern in your data. So if your data is kind of messy or like the pattern's really complicated, then FlashFill might not be able to figure it out. So in those cases, you might need to use a different tool or maybe like write a formula or something.
Okay, that makes total sense. So it's like,
Okay.
any good toolkit, you got to have the right tool for the job.
Exactly.
But flash fill definitely sounds like one of those things that should be in everyone's Excel toolkit.
Yeah, 100%.
So as we kind of wrap up here, I want to leave our listeners with one challenge. What's one thing that you would say they should try to do with flash fill this week?
Okay, so I would say think about the tasks that make you groan
Yes.
every time you have to do them in Excel.
Those are the ones.
Yeah, the ones you're like, ugh, I gotta do this again. Those are probably prime candidates for flash fill.
Right.
So I would say pick one of those tasks this week and just see if flash fill can help you out.
See if you can turn it into something that doesn't make you groan anymore.
Exactly. Because that's what it's all about. It's like, making Excel work for you
Yeah,
so you can focus on the more interesting stuff.
I love it. So to all of our listeners out there, go forth and experiment. See what you can automate with flash fill and let us know how it goes. Until next time, happy excelling.
Bye, everyone.